Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well. Today we'll be making a Mediterranean bowl. For this bowl we'll be making falafels which will be crisp on the outside but in no way dense or rock-like. In addition, we'll be making a tabbouleh salad, but we'll be making a low-carb version of the original tabbouleh. And finally, we'll be making two dips. The first being Labneh, which is a cream cheese in its own right, and the second one being Zhug, which is a spicy Mediterranean dip. So let's get straight to making this beautiful Mediterranean bowl. So to make falafels, we require chickpeas or Kabuli chana. These are chickpeas which have been soaked for over 12 hours and have doubled in size. Falafels cannot be made out of cooked chickpeas, so don't make the mistake of boiling them or pressure cooking them before making falafels. So let's start by adding the soaked chickpeas in our blender. Now I'm going to add some chopped onion in it, followed by adding some cilantro or coriander, followed by adding our spices one by one. We'll start by adding some red chilli powder, some cumin powder, some coriander seeds, some cardamom, some garlic cloves, and we'll add some salt, a little bit of black pepper. This is my own little addition to the falafel recipe. I like to use these peri-peri chilies to give this recipe a desired spiciness. I'm going to squeeze in some lemon juice. And finally add some chickpea flour or sattu to this recipe. Now I'm going to give all these ingredients a nice blend. So I've given these ingredients a nice blend and the consistency is slightly grainy and not completely pasty. So at this point you can just look for any chunky pieces of chickpeas that you might get and you can remove them or crush them by hand. And when you touch this, you should feel that it slightly sticks to your palm and is not dry. Otherwise, your falafels will end up being extremely dry. So they need to be slightly sticky, but at the same time, not at all pasty. Now that our mixture is ready, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down a little. So while our falafel mixture is resting in the refrigerator, let's quickly start making our tabbouleh salad. The original tabbouleh salad is made with a cereal called Bulgur, and in many places it's made with quinoa. However, we'll be replacing both these cereals with riced cauliflower, and this will produce a low-carb Mediterranean bowl. So let's start making this simple yet refreshing salad. So we'll start by taking some cauliflower, which is finely chopped and can also be grated, and we'll lightly saute it in our pan. So I'm going to start by taking a little bit of vegetable oil. You can take any neutral flavored oil for the same. So we are done sauteing our cauliflower. It is not too soft and is firm enough to be crunchy in our salad. So let's start assembling the salad. First goes in our riced cauliflower, followed by finely chopped coriander. This is almost minced. Next goes in some green onion. I've taken the whole of green onion and some tomatoes and some minced garlic, a generous drizzle of olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of black pepper, and a dash of salt. I'm not adding any cucumber to the salad, but you can go ahead and do so. And finally a dash of mint leaves. And I'm going to toss it all together. Now this super simple salad is ready and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and allow it to cool down. So now let's start making Zhug. Zhug is a spicy Mediterranean dip. While the rest of the elements in our bowl boast of freshness, Zhug adds a much desired spiciness to our dish. So we'll start by using dried red chilies, and I had removed the seeds for them and then soaked them in water for about 2 hours. So we'll start by adding these chilies in our blender. We'll add a few garlic cloves. Add a lot of cilantro or coriander for freshness. Add a pinch of cumin powder. A little bit of salt. A dash of lemon juice. And finally, a drizzle of olive oil. Now I'm going to blend this into a slightly minced consistency. So this has come out of the blender and it looks nice and spicy. Now let's move on to the next steps of this recipe. So the next thing that we are going to do is a labneh preparation. Labneh is Greek yogurt or hung curd. I hung regular curd using a sieve and a cotton cloth and left it in the refrigerator for about 15 hours. So now this has got this nice creamy consistency. And we are now going to give it additional flavors and a drizzle of olive oil. Here you can have a look at the whey or the water which got drained from this hung curd. So now I'm going to add a pinch of salt to this, as there is some salt which I had already added while hanging this curd. A pinch of pepper. Give it a nice mix. And add in a dash of olive oil. I'm going to add some roasted sesame in this. The roasted black sesame adds to the Mediterranean vibe of this dish, since I'm not using any tahini sauce. Now I'm just going to mix it all in and leave it in the refrigerator. So before frying our falafels, let's quickly fry some spinach leaves. This is my own little addition to this dish, as I want this bowl to be balanced in terms of flavor, color and nutrition. Out of the refrigerator, I'm going to add in a pinch of baking soda. This will give the falafels a more fluffy and airy texture. Let's start making these falafel balls. You can make the falafels in any shape you like. I like to give it a slightly flatter look and additionally give it a slight dip in between. This will help the falafel cook better from the center. So it's time to compile all these wonderful ingredients together, and we'll start by making a bed of our tabbouleh salad. And our crispy green spinach. And some roasted sesame. A drizzle of olive oil. Here are some crispy onions which are deep fried and some crispy garlic. And finally a dash of red chilli to signify that this zhug is very hot.